Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bommer replacement trim package only for their 7801 series double acting floor pivot. Now, the part number I had once upon a time was a -11. So 7801 is the unit that you're using it for. The 01, I knew it as an 11, but this is indeed the trim pack. So whether they're calling it 01 or 11, I don't know, but I'm going to show you what's included. The 652 is a reference to the finish, and we're going to go over that as well here. So if you have a 7801, which is Bommer's standard or even light duty, it's considered light duty, double acting pivot, hold open, door pivot, spring-loaded, double-acting door pivot. You'll see those installed on doors between a kitchen and a dining room in residential applications. And I see them in residential applications most often and really common. And this design of this pivot has been made by Bommer for decades. I mean, for sure since World War II, guaranteed, because I have witnessed them installed in doors that were built in the early 1940s. And why someone might buy the replacement trim package is, well, because, you know, wear and tear on polished brass after 30 years, the lacquer's broken, the plating's coming off, and you want chrome or nickel anyway. So the 652 in the part number, that means a couple of things. First of all, it means it's made of brass. Pardon me. First of all, it means it's made of steel. It's made of steel, not brass. If you have a brass unit, you don't have a 7801. You have a different part number. We'll get to that. So 652 means that it's made of steel and that it has a satin chrome finish over it. Okay, and that's what this is. So this client is literally, I believe what happened is that the painter removed them to paint the door. They were promptly then thrown away. So now the client has the pivot hardware because it didn't get removed off the floor, had the top pivot still, but all the finish plates were thrown away. And that's why this client's buying 5 of them. Five of them. Weigh about 0.6 pound each set. And a set is going to comprise of 2 plates. They're utterly non-handed, completely reversible. There's nothing about these that are handed, and that's unfortunate because when you install this material, you don't have anywhere for these screws to go when you do the preparation. And I understand why Bommer does it, because they don't want to make left-hand and right-hand versions of these, so they make them with screws on both ends. But when you go to install this, you're not going to have anywhere for those screws at the bottom of your unit to go. Be mindful of that. Overall size of the plate, give you an idea of reference, about 9 inch, maybe just shy. Overall height, about 2 1/8. This is going to have the feature to it that is going to be this raised portion that will permit the inner working, the lobe and the yoke that is connected to the spring to work over the lobe so that when it moves to double act, it gets wider as it double acts. So it has to accommodate that. Not every model has this raised area. If your plates are flat, you don't have a 7801. So, and we'll help you with that. You also get a heel plate. That's going to cover up the edge of the door. A screw is going to be included for that. It's the one funny machine screw that's in there right there. The other screws are going to be to hold the plates on. Now you can order this replacement trim in any finish that the 7801 is available in. Okay, so your prime coat, your bright black Japan, your zinc, your brass, your bronze, your chromes, your nickels, your satin polished oil rubbed bronze. And being Bommer, they can pretty much do any finish that you want, so be mindful of that. Now, there is a link below this video to the corresponding double-acting unit itself, and you can see the entire unit that's there. Below this video is a link to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Bomber products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Well, that full product catalog is handy if you are interested to familiarize yourself with the balance of the 7800 series spring double-acting horizontal type pivots. And it's helpful to do so because in a handy chart that you'll find, if you pull that catalog up and then perform a find function on your keyboard, you'll get to the table where you can find all of them and then quickly pull part numbers. I had mentioned that they're not all steel, some are brass, and you'll see the 7821, 7822 that are made of brass, and that's your cover plates and how those models change. But then you can scroll through and start to pick up what are the differences between all of these. When you look at the table that's there, you have a door weight, a maximum door weight that it's rated for. So your 7801, 7802, that's the light duty stuff, 35-pound doors. Your 11, your 12, your 13, your 14, your 21, your 22, those are medium duty, 90-pound doors. They've got really heavy ones, 150-pound doors. So it's helpful to know, gosh, there's a lot more than just the one that Grandma had on her door that was generally in the held open position. There's more of those, and you might find it interesting to review the balance of that stuff. The differences between them are hold open or non-hold open, without a jam bracket and with a jam bracket, the base material, and then other than that, you just pick the light, medium, heavy duty range and you're good to go. The top pivot can be purchased separately. That's a 7890, and it can be bought on its own should you actually need that in addition to the trim plate as well. If you have any questions on the Bomber 7801-01 or -11 652 replacement trim package for their 7801 series double-acting horizontal spring pivot set, or any other Bomber product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much.